Um, Again, we have a special guest with us here. Um, how was your week?
Not good.
Probably not a good question to lead off with.
It's been a crappy week.
Um, yeah, so uh, let's talk about travel plans, and then we'll probably get into some other stuff. But this week,
Hmm.
I'll go back. I digress quite a bit. What'd you think of that game that we got?
I loved it.
We didn't finish it, but I just wanted to see.
So we were rather than just sit on the couch together and watch movies, which we enjoy in the evening. It is fun to do like a puzzle together or a game. And last week or the week before, we did a game with our son and his wife, and we all had a really fun time. And it was a conspiracy theory board game, which was hilarious. And we talked about when we travel, like bringing like Uno or really light, fun little, so we could sit by the pool and play a card game or whatever. I know a lot of couples play dominoes, backgammon, so we're trying to like, you know,
I think I will say that on our last big cruise, the
yeah,
one that we went from Hawaii to, I mean, from
whole in America. Hmm.
Alaska to Hawaii, we had a lot of sea days. Um, I know that that second half, um,
We
we
had the
both,
sun out.
yeah, but we both weren't feeling that great. So we weren't really looking for things to do. So I think if we bring some stuff with us,
Hmm.
it'll definitely make us feel like we're doing something versus like looking back at some of the videos and like we really didn't do a whole lot that day, but
Yeah.
um,
And
it'll give us a reason to do stuff together instead of find stuff to
yeah.
not do
And I,
together.
I love to read. And so I'm happy just finding a little corner and reading a book. But um, you're not necessarily spending time together when you're doing that. So it's a
No,
solo activity. But it is nice to go escape in a book. But
we do that in the sometimes when we're getting some sun or we're hanging out by
hmm
the pool, which
hmm
is nice. I'm not saying that having the together time, but the alone together time,
yeah,
it's good. It's something we need, but I do think that I appreciate your company. And last night I was another one of those where um, I don't realize how much I appreciate your company
oh.
until we're in each other's company.
Well, and then so we actually did an escape room together, and it was Brian purchased an online version and on our television, and there were tons of clues. So some of the clues were on our phone, and some were on the TV, and we complemented each other very well because we both think differently, and some of the stuff that he wasn't coming up with to solve the escape room puzzle was like obvious to me, and then vice versa. So it was our two brains together worked out pretty well. So,
Yeah, yeah. It was a little different. I've never really done an escape room in real life, but took a little bit of getting used to trying to figure out how the program worked. Um, but it ended up we started I want to say around 7:30 or so and went to like 11:30 last night trying to figure out the puzzles. But it was good.
I guess we're slow. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, this is not just an escape room. This is like a whole murder scenario, and you're going to very many different rooms and different locations, and it's a lot of different scenarios. So, and I think our average was like 40 minutes per room.
so I don't know if I'm interested to see how it ends
Hmm.
because I'm wondering if like the whole thing is considered one room, even though it had like it showed you progression. We're like on the fourth step or the fourth
I
stage.
feel like we're on the sixth one.
It's the last one.
Okay. Oh, we are on the last
Yeah.
one.
So
Oh, okay.
don't know if you're supposed to do like 20 minutes per stage or if because realistically, I think you probably could do it in an hour or two looking back on it
Yeah,
if you kind of know what they're looking for.
yeah,
Um, Part of the clue solving is trying to figure out
yeah.
how like the domino thing. That was like I was like, do you multiply the numbers? Do you, and Shannon's like, well, I think whatever the if it's a 2 3, then that's 23, and we had to equal it to 70. And then like after she said that, I'm like, how,
That's the only way it would equal
yeah, I'm like, how
70.
stupid am I? Because I'm trying to multiply stuff and like maybe you divide it too. And
I asked Google, I'm not gonna lie, because it was three dominoes that had to equal 70, and I don't play dominoes. I'm like,
well, neither one of us really
so
played
so we're like,
dominoes.
do we multiply? Wait, and so I asked Google, is there a way three dominoes would equal 70? And Google said no. The only way that would happen is if you took like you have a one and a three, that was a 13.
Yeah.
The two and the six was 26, and then we tried it and it worked. So
So that's why I'm saying it's like for us, we don't normally do things like that. We bought a puzzle that reminded, I think, us of my dad.
yeah, we have to put that together.
And we've had that puzzle for probably 6 years.
Well, our Idaho trip, we bought it
That
in
was COVID.
Idaho.
So that was COVID. So that was 2020. So it's
Yeah,
probably coming up
we
on
got to
six
do that
years.
puzzle. It's
We
still in the packaging.
I know we haven't even taken
It's
it
a
apart.
beautiful puzzle, Sasquatch, but it's real pretty. It's got like forests and mountains and stuff. Yeah,
So we'll have to break that thing out because that's something that we can do too. That's not
yeah,
like we can have conversations while we're doing it instead of just sitting in front of the TV. But
yeah.
so
We looked at a toy hauler yesterday because
that's
we
right.
want to start camping, and a used one, which is fine. We're fine with that. And and now I think this is a problem that many people have is the older toy haulers don't fit the side by sides
Mm.
because back in the day it was like ATVs and dirt bikes and stuff, and now everybody has a side by side and
They're wanting to get rid of the smaller toy haulers so they
hmm
can get something a little bit bigger.
yeah, and so I think a lot of people, it's like you almost have to buy this ginormous toy hauler to fit your side by side. We don't want a ginormous toy hauler because we
Because
don't need that. We're very simple. We just
and realistically, I don't think we're going to be towing the side by side every
everywhere.
time we go
Yeah,
somewhere. So
yeah,
it'd be nice to have something that fits us that isn't like
huge.
you're on one side of the trailer and
We're
I'm
not
on the other
we're
side of
not
the trailer.
bougie.
No.
Yeah, not at all. We want it simple and easy. So,
Yeah.
but we are very tall. So the nice thing about the toy hauler is, I was like, oh, this is really nice. You can just walk around free. For tall people, it's pretty nice because they tend to be a little bit taller, I
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. So I really liked that, and the setup was really nice, and it was very roomy. I really liked it, and the couple selling it, super stellar people. So,
Yeah.
but we'll see if our side by side fits. We gotta go uh, take it over there because they live pretty close, and
Yeah. So we're
they're
going
gonna
to,
let us try to.
yeah. I will say that the older the trailer, the shorter it is because I have a trailer that I sold one of my coworkers, and if I had my sunglasses on my head, I would bang the air conditioning unit. So
So the height has gotten
I think they've gotten tall. I mean,
taller.
I was just over at Mike and Paula's house and was inside their toy hauler, and
It's pretty tall.
my head wasn't even close to the ceiling. So
Yeah. And being a tall person, like our little trailer that we sold our son is a little 19 footer, which I loved, but us and our dogs in there is like, ooh,
it
for
would.
big people, it kind of was a little bit of a struggle.
I think it would be great if it was just two people with
Yeah,
no animals, no
yeah.
nothing, and you just want to have something you can take quick and you know
Take it anywhere because
uh,
19 footers you could take in any park.
yeah,
So that's why we got it. But
realize very quickly that
we're too big.
there's just not enough space. Like
And the way it was designed, I like to e-bike. Um, and I like to take my e-bike when we go camping and stuff because then it's fun to just like explore where you are. And we couldn't even fit the e-bike in there.
well, that was we
The
could
poor design, it just had the door, it didn't have a larger opening.
yeah we could fit it in there, but it basically took up
Yeah,
the little walkway between the bed and the bathroom, and
yeah,
you'd have to have because when we have it, I have to put it in the back of the truck or
yeah.
lock it up to the back of the trailer so nobody takes it. So it would be
Yeah.
nice to have something where
To
if
put
we
our
don't,
paddle boards
yeah,
and e-bikes and
if we don't want to take the side by side, we just want to go camping and bring
our
our
bikes.
bikes or something.
Yeah.
It makes it way easier. But again, I don't want something super huge, but
We don't want anything super huge.
hopefully we can take it over there
Pray we
and
might get lucky and
they'll
or because our side by side's used too. It's a used side by side, so it's not as big as some of the newer ones. So,
yeah, I think it's pretty close.
uh, wishful thinking.
Yeah. So with um, us being another week into my retirement,
Mhm.
like what things do you see different in me or different in life or anything?
Um, you seem a lot calmer. Um,
I won't take anything critically here.
yeah. No, I feel like your job really stressed you out. But I think, and not that you didn't enjoy it, but I think it really kind of stressed you out and you were frustrated a lot. So you seem a lot calmer. And I've realized that you're really good at fixing stuff up around the house. So you're getting all the honeydew projects done, which is really nice. Um,
The unfortunate thing about that is I realize like how many things. Not that a lot of this stuff is time consuming, but I mean we had our old yard furniture that had been sitting out there taken apart for 4 or 5 months and never took it to the dump. We've had those attic fans for 4 years, never took them to the dump. So it's nice to be able to be like, just spare at the moment, go, oh, hey, I'm going to load up the truck and go do this versus, oh, I got meetings to be in all day and I can't get anything done.
yeah. And then hopefully, this is what we talked about because you were so mentally exhausted
Mm-hmm.
by um, the weekends. It's like you're like, I don't want to go anywhere or do anything. I'm just done. I need to recharge unless we're going on a
Mm-hmm.
vacation that we had planned. So hopefully now we can go. Let's go camping this weekend. Let's go on a road trip this weekend. Let's do this. Let's do that, and you won't be so tired.
Yeah, and I will say that I got to do some research, but one of the things that I got an email about was one of the airlines that was on the West Coast. I think they're starting to spread out more, but Southwest is doing a promotion for their credit card to where if you get their credit card, it's a companion flights free and free baggage. We just got the Chase Sapphire card for all our travel stuff, but if we can get a credit card where we can take an extra flight to somewhere a couple of times a year just for the weekend or
Yeah, because we talked about this on the last YouTube video. We are bargain travelers. It's funny because people think we're rich because we travel all the time, and we're not. We're very working class. Our cars are paid off, and mine's almost paid off, and we're just gonna keep driving those until we can't anymore. We don't have like the newest anything. Like I love to thrift store shop, and we're not extravagant. We don't live extravagant lifestyles, but we like to travel. So we will save and plan and set aside for travel. But even when we do, we will book an interior cabin if we have to, go on an older cruise ship if we have to. We look for specials, we look for deals. We're always like both of us are always looking to get like a good deal on stuff. And so, some people might be like, well, I have to stay at the best hotel, the best suite, the best that, and they'll spend $10,000 on a trip that we'll spend $2,000 on. So that allows us to go on
or
4 or 5
less.
trips
Mm-hmm.
versus this one person that can just go on one trip and we're happy and we're okay with that. You know, I'd rather have an adventure and go on more trips and see more and not, you know, be spoiled or anything than like have one trip in like the super fancy room or, resort or whatever. I mean, even with our upcoming trip to Mexico, our friends own a timeshare, and so they offered us like a really great deal. that we couldn't pass up.
It was free.
Yeah. So we're like, okay,
Yeah,
we'll take a free trip.
yeah,
You'll be retired. So, yeah, so it's nice. And then it's nice because my job is very flexible. I can do a lot of work from home and I work part-time. So, although my boss, now that you're retired, my boss might be like, you're traveling too much and I might have to train someone else for my job. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
yeah.
But,
So Jenny's on.
oh, hi, Jenny.
She and so we got friends that have their super huge travel channel on
Lalita
YouTube.
Loca.
Yeah, Jenny and Tony, and we're missing them. They're on one of our. I'm just gonna say it. Our favorite cruise line. I
Princess.
we were starting to become royal loyal,
Mm.
and then
After the last one, I don't know.
we went on a couple of their medium-sized ships, and it wasn't what we were getting on their smaller ships. The service was a little bit different, but Princess, I just the food, the people, the way they take care of the customers, it's to me it's above anybody else that we've been on, even including Holland America. We got to do celebrity, but
Yeah. Yeah. And then one day would be really nice, like a special treat for us to save for. It would be amazing to do like experience a Viking river cruise because I've just heard they're amazing. That's out of our price league
right now
right now, but it's
we
something
can save.
we could save for a special treat because I heard nothing but good things about Viking river cruises. But the thing with me is I don't like the party crowd. So I get anxiety if I'm around too many crowds or just really rowdy,
Loud.
intoxicated people. Like, oh, I don't like it. And then I'll just be like, I want to hide out in my room and like read a book. And then what's the point of being on a cruise ship if you're going to be doing that? You could be at home. So, some of the Royal Cruise out of Puerto Rico was incredible. I love the crowd. They're very respectful yet fun. Like, we like fun, we just don't want drunken, rude shenanigans. And I don't know, the crowd on this last one was, I felt like I was on a booze cruise or something. I didn't like it. Um, so with Princess, it's an older crowd. Some of the people can be a little entitled, just can't let them get to you. Just avoid them. But the thing that I like about Princess is their ship is designed so that you don't feel like you're running into people every 5 seconds. You there's little places where you can go and like find this little nook, find this little reading spot. I don't know, just they design their ships very well, and you're not constantly running into crowds 24/7.
We
I feel like it feels very more calm to me on a princess ship.
So Jenny said that she's volunteering to set up a Viking cruise in the next couple of years. So I'm gonna hold you to that, Jenny.
Ooh, you might be able to get a group uh, discount or something. I
She
don't know
did.
if they even offer that.
Yeah, she didn't say that, but she's saying
Oh,
yeah. In a couple of years, they
oh.
probably would like to do one too.
Yeah.
We'd love to do something with you guys. But the thing with Royal, the reason why we've sailed them so much lately is because I gamble a little bit in their casino, and they just give us these
Great deals.
incredible offers where, the Puerto Rico trip was $500 for 8 days for us to be in an ocean view. It's not a balcony, but we
We're okay with that.
had a big window,
Yeah.
and that cruise, I think, out of the 8 days, we were off the ship 5 of them. So realistically, you're not really in the room a whole lot
Yeah.
if you're getting off the ship and exploring. So don't mind doing that. I did get another offer in the mail, I think yesterday, and
From Royal.
we have 4 cruises booked right now. And I looked at Shannon, I was like, we don't have anything booked in August, and Royal's doing a 8 day out of California, which is super easy for us to do, and goes to Cabo overnight and then Ensenada, and it's basically a free trip other than paying for the taxes and the port fees, which is not a whole lot.
Hmm.
So I don't think we're gonna do it. We have that huge trip going to Spain and Italy, and then we're getting off the ship and doing another 5 7 days in Italy. So that's going to be very expensive. So
Yeah.
we'll have to
Yeah.
see what that's like.
But I heard when you're in Italy, um, it's uh, like price wise, you get really a lot for your money, and it's pretty amazing. So I'm super excited, and uh, one of our friends recommended a train, but we're gonna have a lot of luggage. So if anyone
Oh
knows,
yeah.
has any tips for us in Italy,
Any
renting a
travel hacks?
car or
Yeah.
something, we're gonna have a lot of luggage. I know the train system is amazing in Europe, the rail system, but we're gonna have a lot of luggage, so
I think for
we
us,
gotta rent a
we got
car.
to rent a car just
Yeah.
because yeah, it might be easy to get to those places that we're trying to get to,
Mhm.
but when you're not on the train, it's going to be tough for us to. When we were in London, I've never seen um, any place. I mean, I haven't been out of the country. Well, we've been out of the country, but to like Europe, um, every time we went by one of the train stations in London, people were carrying like
Yes.
their suitcase, their luggage, and it
In the
was like
city.
I was like I've never every single one that we went by there had to be 10 or 15 different people with luggage
Yeah.
going to different places, and
Yeah.
I felt bad for them because there was quite a few people that you could tell were having problems trying to lug their
Yeah.
luggage around town, and I don't think that's something that either one of us really want to deal with. I'd rather rent a
Yeah.
car than
It's always awkward. Like we've done it before in the past where we stayed at a casino and then you end up having to go through the like in Vegas, go through the casino with all your luggage and people are partying and gambling and you got all your luggage. It's kind of awkward. Um, but imagine being in this like metropolitan city with people having to go to work and cars and people are and you're hauling all this luggage. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we did it when we got off the flight and we got dropped off. We were hauling our luggage
where was that?
in London because we kind of didn't
Well,
know
that
where
was
our
yeah.
hotel was. It was kind of hidden. We got another bargain hotel, but it ended up being really fun. But it was like in houses that were converted, and so we're like walking around with our luggage.
It kind of reminded me of like New York and
Yeah,
the
like a brownstone.
brownstones. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was real. That was a
it
great
was fun.
vacation.
We didn't have air conditioning, and they had a heat wave. But we still had a great time,
Yeah,
and
we
we
made the
made it
best of it
work.
for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, that
yeah.
was. I'm gonna say that I think the land vacation in London I enjoyed more
Hmm.
than going to all the different
Me too.
spots in
Ireland, and I love
the British
Ireland.
Isle. Yeah.
Like that was my bucket list dream is Ireland, because that's where on my dad's side
Hmm.
Irish, and so I was like going back to the motherland, but and it was amazing. But we're just so I felt like we were just so rushed, where we had a whole like 5 days
Hmm.
in London, and it was
And it wasn't enough. Like
amazing. It wasn't enough.
we were rushing that last two
Yeah.
days to try and get stuff in, and I do want to say that I know Tony is going to Ireland coming up here, and I'm kind of bummed that it's during our Italy Spain
Oh,
cruise because it looks like it's a tour that I would have wanted to do because it's a land tour going to different locations
that'd
over
be
multiple days,
amazing.
and I don't think all the food's included. I think some of the food's included, which is fine, but all of the getting to and from travel, airfare, all of that stuff is a part of it. So little bummed that.
Yeah. Oh, and a tip for Ireland, if you happen to be in the Dublin area, go to Powerscourt Estates. This Italian Viscount owned this beautiful estate and brought in trees from all over the world. And so they have a forest, and you will see California redwoods in Ireland, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I was like blown away. They have Colorado spruce and pine. They brought in the most beautiful trees from all over the world. But to be in Ireland, in Dublin, and to look up and see a redwood, my mind was blown.
Yeah, from somewhere close to
It
where,
was.
yeah,
I recommend Powerscourt Estate. It was pretty amazing. And if you like botanical gardens,
that's the key though, is you have to.
oh, how can you not? Yeah, I recommend it. Highly recommend it. That was my one of my favorite.
That's one of those uh, keep your wife happy
You
excursions.
actually admitted to me that you think maybe you might be a botanical garden kind of
I don't
person.
know if I said that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Cause Bush was it
No, it's
the
castles. I said I was a
oh
castle
castle
guy.
person. The gardens in Victoria.
Bush or Bush
But yeah, oh,
Gardens. Yeah,
that
I
was
mean that was
amazing.
cool. That
That's a
was cool.
botanical.
I will
Yeah.
say that you saw some botanical gardens when we went to the Blarney Castle.
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah, so
beautiful.
that something like that I definitely like.
Yeah,
If we had more time, like a day, I'll spend a whole day at Blarney Castle because I think that's one of those locations
two
where
days.
at least a whole day. I mean,
Yeah,
we were only there for like 3 hours.
and we were rushing because we had to hurry up and get back on the cruise ship, and I was trying
Yeah,
to see this and this and this, and I must have walked 10 miles just running. Like my feet were so sore.
yeah. So I think a place like that, I could say, yeah. Then if I was able to see the castle and then go see the botanical gardens, was great. It was good for us because you were able to go and do something. You didn't want to go kiss the Blarney Stone, but um,
Well, there's a long line for the Blarney Stone. It
and I
takes
did rush.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I'm like, stand in this long line or go see these incredible, amazing botanical gardens. I'll meet you uh, wherever. And then it was like a rush to hurry up and meet him so we didn't miss the bus. And then I got lost because I have no sense of direction. So that was
that was not fun for me trying
fun.
to find you because I thought we were gonna miss the bus, and we were literally I think the last. There was one couple that were somewhat physically
Challenge.
challenged. They
Mhm.
were an older couple, and we caught up to them right before we got to the bus, and technically they were the last people. But I think if they
Because we
weren't,
ran ahead of them.
yeah, if we wouldn't have been ahead of them, we would have been the last people.
We
So
don't like being the last people.
no,
We don't like
we don't like
making
wasting
people wait
time.
for us. Well,
Yeah,
we try to be, polite to those around us and cognizant of our surroundings, and we don't want to make people waiting on us.
come
We're not divas.
here. All right. Well,
Finnegan.
here's the start of the show. Whenever we're doing these, he wants to be.
He wants attention.
He doesn't like when mom and dad are sitting together, so he tries to keep dad from being too close to mom. So this is his way of doing it. If he can get in between us,
He's our rescue dog. He thinks he's a wolf,
well, you can see the cat.
but yeah, and a kind of a cat. He thinks he's tougher than he is, and he also thinks he's a cat. Yeah, he's an interesting dog. He was found homeless, starving.
We
So
call him the hobo dog
the hobo dog.
because they found him on some or by some train tracks.
Yeah.
So, all right, you gotta get him. But yeah, so um, he made me lose my train of thought.
Yeah. We're kind of all over the place.
That's
We should
fine.
probably like end it soon.
No, we're good. So we are going to Mexico in the next 3 weeks. We're going,
Cancun.
yeah, we're going to Cancun.
Hmm.
So some of the things that folks are asking us is if we're worried. We have a group
Yes,
cruise.
a little.
Yeah, we have a group cruise coming up in October, and we actually have friends that are on that group cruise that are sending us
Alerts.
alerts that, and I'm like, God, it's like 8 months from now.
So yeah, so we did some research. We have been doing a lot of research. So first of all, I love Puerto Vallarta. I love Puerto Vallarta. It's one of my favorite places in Mexico. My grandmother's cousin was Ava Gardner, so we actually have family history in Puerto Vallarta. She formed filmed Night of the Iguana
Yep.
there, and they actually really love Ava Gardner in Puerto Vallarta because they said she brought a lot of wealth to their city and kind of put it on the map. And I think we were there. I was like, oh, she's my cousin, and that was like a little celebrity. They're so happy to have one of Ava Gardner's like cousins there. So I just love Puerto Vallarta. It's sad. I'm very sad with what's happening there. It makes me very sad. So we are trying to be aware and sympathetic to what is going
Yeah,
on
for sure.
in Mexico, and so we do know that Cozumel is the equivalent of like Los Angeles and New York when you're
Cancun.
talking, or sorry, Cancun,
Yep.
when you're talking Mexico. So it's like if you're living in New York and there's stuff going in Los Angeles, people are like, "Are you okay?" Well, yeah, we're 3,000 miles away. So from what we've read and researched, it's safe in Cancun for now, but we
Hmm.
are still, you know,
We're not
uh,
gonna risk it. If things
checking
get,
and,
yeah,
you know,
if things get bad, we won't go. But as of right now,
yeah.
I don't feel worried. I mean,
And we want
there,
to be sympathetic to what's going on, but then also bring money to the beautiful state of Mexico, give them our tourist money.
yeah,
So it's a balance.
no, I think you can be safe.
Country of Mexico.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
I
anything.
called it a state. I know it's a country.
But yeah, I want to say that we'll always be safe. I will put her security safety first, but I don't feel like at this point that it's something that we really need to worry about.
At this point,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
We'll see what happens in a couple weeks.
Things happen in the United States that, I mean, you can't predict anything. You're probably worse off in certain parts of the United States than you are in certain parts of Mexico.
I will say this. I feel safer in certain parts of Mexico than I do in certain parts of California. We were when we did our e-bike tour, was that Mazatlan?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
It was Puerto Vallarta.
what was that?
Hmm.
Where they had the Beatles?
Yeah,
The
it was
Beatles
Puerto Vallarta.
crosswalk? Was that Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah.
Okay. We did an e-bike tour, and we went to this beautiful courtyard. And our e-bike tour guide was local, and he said, "Okay, let's all just park our bikes, and then we're gonna go walk around this downtown area," which I felt like I was in Europe. It was just
Hmm.
really nice little cafes, everyone
And we
shops
were
and
right
stuff.
next to the church, so it did
Yeah,
feel like we were somewhere.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful Catholic church. And he goes, "Okay, just park your bikes." And we're like, "Well, are you gonna lock them? Do we have locks?" And he goes, "No, we don't need to lock them. They're fine here." And we were like, "What? No one's gonna steal them?" He said, "No, people don't steal here. No one will touch these bikes. Trust me." And another couple was there from Vegas, and they go, "We couldn't do this anywhere in Vegas. We couldn't leave a bike unlocked anywhere in Vegas." They're like, "This is safer than Vegas." And sure enough, we walked around for like a good hour and a half, all throughout this little village, beautiful little town. I can't remember what it was called. I'm sorry, but came back and our bikes were there. Nobody had touched them.
No.
And so, you
I mean,
know,
I wouldn't leave like my GoPro or something like that on them.
but you wouldn't want to do that anywhere,
No, I wouldn't leave an e-bike anywhere. I wouldn't
Yeah,
leave a bicycle anywhere.
I wouldn't even buy it.
No.
We live in a very safe, small little town, and I wouldn't leave a
I
bike
might,
anywhere
I
around
might
here
leave.
locked
I
up.
might.
Maybe in our little town,
Yeah,
but
here.
outside of town we wouldn't. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's very beautiful and safe in many parts of Mexico, is the point that I'm trying to make. And I think that, like, they say fake news, like sometimes Mexico gets a bad rap, and they put a lot into their tourism. And yeah,
Well, I mean, that's how that realistically, that's how that country.
well, they say that they've realized that
Yeah.
tourism brings in good money, and they have a beautiful country, so they're pretty smart for doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel very safe there. But you gotta watch yourself, like anywhere. Don't go into a bad place and don't be a jerk. Be respectful of them and their customs and their cultures, and they can see that. We try to speak some a little Espanol. I got some little headphones that are like
Some earbud translators.
earbud translator headphones because I want to learn more Spanish. So it's
Well,
fun.
and one of the things that we do have, thanks to Tony and Jenny, is that we were able to get a discount for that Babbel, or
The translator app.
it's not a translator.
Oh.
It's learning to speak other languages. So
Oh,
um, that's one of the things
that's
that
fun.
for retirement I wanted to try and do was trying to pick up some more Spanish and
Hmm.
maybe even try and pick up some
Italian.
Italian before we go on our trip. So I'll share the login with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. This week, what do we got planned this week?
Um, well, the toy hauler.
Okay.
Seeing if
If
we
we can
can
get
buy
the side
it, if
by
we can get
side.
our side by side in there, and um,
I don't really think I have anything big besides that going on. I know the week after, um, with work, I may be traveling a little
mhm.
bit. So I have retired, um, but I'm working part time back with with Cal Fire, so we'll see if I'm going to be a traveling salesman again here pretty quick. So there's a comment in there.
Are you bored? Do you find yourself bored?
Do I find myself bored? No.
We stay pretty busy. We keep ourselves pretty busy. It's funny because I work part time, and I'm like, I worked as a dispatcher, working like 80 hours a week at least, and I'm like, how did I do 80 hours a week? And right now, 12 hours a week is like so hard because I have so many things going on. It's funny, but we are in our 50s, so you know,
Yeah,
we
for
don't have
sure.
that energy that we had when we were young. I
No.
don't.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that with work and not having that routine, because I've been a routine person for the last 35 years, not having that routine is a little bit different for me.
Hmm.
And just trying to figure out day to day, it's tough. I was telling Shannon earlier that it's nice to just be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this or I'm gonna go do that just because we have the time or I have the time to do it. We took a short trip to go visit her mom in California,
Oh,
and
funny.
I had a coworker that was retiring, and I wanted to go to his little retirement party, and we had planned on being there, I think 3 days, maybe 4 days, and the weather was great. Like her mom lives on the coast of California, and
She
I've
lives in Morro Bay. It's
been there
beautiful.
1,000 times.
Hmm.
And in the middle of the summer, the weather will be like
Foggy.
kind of terrible. You're like, it's the summer in California, and you're on the beach, and the weather's it's like 70 degrees, but
It
like,
gets socked in till the afternoon a lot in Morro Bay, except for, well, we should, probably shouldn't spoil it because we don't want like everyone going there, but
wow.
it's really beautiful in the fall.
Yeah, I will say that when we were there in January, I've never seen the weather like that. I would take the dogs for a walk at 8 o'clock in the morning. The sun was out, beautiful blue skies. It was like in the 60s, which for that time of year is
Hmm.
a little abnormal. We were, driving around with the dogs and having the windows down just because it was so warm out.
Well, and I talked to my mom yesterday. She said they're having a heat wave and it was 90. It's been 90 in Morro Bay like the last couple of days. So, yeah. And they don't have air conditioning typically in Morro Bay. So when they get that little heat wave, you can't find a fan in the county because they're used to very mild weather.
Sorry. But yeah, I'm um, looking forward to the next few months,
Me too.
just because it will be a change for us. And I don't know what to expect, especially with our trip to
Italy.
Italy. Yeah,
We're really excited about that.
I'm looking forward to
I'm looking forward to
driving there.
Rome, um, and going to the Vatican and all the history. I am so excited. I'm like, it's like we're going to Disneyland for a little kid or something. So I plan on taking lots and lots of pictures and I'll share them all. And the food, oh, the food. So I'm very excited.
All
Although
right.
I heard there's a lot of pickpockets in
Well,
France and Rome. So I found purse Travel On makes them. I think PackSafe makes them as well. That are like it's a crossbody bag, but it's knife proof. It's got metal woven into the straps, and it's got little clips so that it's extra secure, so pickpockets can't cut your purse or open your zipper when you're not looking and get into it. I heard that's very important.
yeah. So we had some people in the chat that I had to block. This is the first time I'm having to do that,
Oh,
just
we're gonna
because.
have the haters.
Yeah, and
It's gonna
um,
happen
it'll be something that I need
when you
to.
put yourself out there.
Yeah, yeah, and just some of the things that people talk about, just to try and get people worked up. You guys, just so you know, it's going to take a lot to get me worked up, and YouTube live streams or YouTube channel is not something that's going to make or break Shannon and I. It's something that we're doing for fun, getting to spend some more time with each other and getting the chance for you guys to know us. So, if you guys want to say stupid things, go ahead. I'll just block you. It's fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Neither is she. So, when people are talking about um, politics or um, people's sexual preferences. I mean, go find somewhere else to hang out. But yeah, so um, our trip's coming up for you guys that are watching. We got Cancun, our trip transatlantic. That'll be our first one for us going from the east coast of the U.S. to Europe. So that's transatlantic going to Spain, staying on that ship. Gonna see Italy. This will be my first time in Italy. Shannon's been there.
When I was in the Army, we went there for a joint training exercise, and we camped out in northern Italy for over a month, and that was fun. I actually had a great time. And we ended up going to Venice um, on like a little USO tour that they put together for us. Or I'm gonna butcher it, so I need to practice, but I think they call it Vincenza because in the United States we just decided to change the name for everything. But that was pretty awesome. So I loved Italy. I love Italy, so I'm really excited to go back.
Yeah, I am too. Just for the fact that there is some history for me as far as my heritage. I know that some people that are Italian will say that folks from Sicily are not Italian; they're Sicilian. I don't feel like I follow that practice. I think it's a part of Italy or Italian. That would be like
Yeah.
saying if Hawaiians, which that's part of my heritage too, so that's a bad, but that I'm not American. And I will say that I know some of my fellow Hawaiians will vehemently say that they're not American, they're Hawaiian. Um, I may get some hate for it, but I'm true blue, pride, and you know,
Well, as much as we love to travel and try to be respectful to other countries um, and other cultures, we love America. We love the we're we love this country. We have a beautiful country that we live in, and that's why we're looking at a travel trailer so we can explore more of our beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful country that we love. I'm a veteran. My husband served this his community as a firefighter, and um,
No, yeah, we,
yeah,
we, we love, you know, the
love.
United
God
States.
bless the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll end our live stream. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
We'll see you next week. We're gonna try and make this a weekly thing. We won't make it every week, but we'll see you guys. We'll try and see you guys next week.